All right, all right. What up? What up? Welcome to the Awareness Channel. My name is TC. So I would say, something like Happy 4th of July or some shit like that, but y'all know better than that. The people who listen to my shit know better than that. Because, 4th of July, 1776, we were slaves. But I digress. It is the 250th anniversary of this corporation they call the United States of America, but you know, it ain't our anniversary, nothing like that. I mean, our meaning, American blacks, it ain't us. Our shit didn't come until what, 1865, and some of us didn't even know it came then. Some of us didn't even know then. And then our freedom, if you could call it that, only lasted about 10 years till the end of Reconstruction, and then we had a whole 100 years of Jim Crow, and then another 100 years of mass incarceration, COINTELPRO, mass sterilization, over policing, all kind of shit. Y'all know our story. It's still going on. Just look out the motherfucking window. And speaking of looking out the window, did you all see them white boys up in D.C. Marching with their Confederate flags and all of that shit with their motherfucking white masks and their sunglasses and shit on? Did y'all see that march up in Washington D.C.? Man, listen, we did something like that back in, I want to say, 2016, 2017 in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Y'all remember that march? When all of them brothers from that gun club, it was somewhere around 300 of them, marched with Grandmaster Jay. Y'all remember that? And scared the shit out of Donald Trump. He even said something about it. But then fast forward to now, and they're doing it in D.C. Look here, man. Shit can't go like it went last time. You feel me? And shit ain't gonna go like it did like it did last time. Just because we ain't out in them streets doesn't mean we're not prepared. Just I'm a fan of keeping our shit clandestine. You don't know what we doing. You might think you know, and you got spies and informants and shit, but you don't really know what we're doing. Because the last time we showed our hand, y'all just came in and criminalized the whole thing. Remember black identity extremists? Remember that shit? Y'all came in and did that. So this time around, shit gonna be different. Just as powerful, probably more powerful, only different. I don't think we should be putting our shit on display like that. I think that when the time comes to make it do what it do, we'll be ready. What was it about? A couple years ago, this group of YT supremacists did a march through a black township, a black neighborhood, and got ran the hell up out of there. See, because it go like this. Certain people have a bad habit of underestimating everybody else's intelligence, underestimating everybody's, ability to organize, underestimating everybody's thinking and thoughts. They love doing that. That's what's happening now in the Middle East. Somebody got underestimated because they wasn't YT. And they always wind up with egg on their motherfucking face at the end of the day. Just like this war which they ain't calling a war, over in Iran, the same thing gonna happen when organizations like the ones we saw in D.C. start trying to really assert themselves. Now, something's been happening lately in the South mainly, but in this country, and people, young black people, are being found hanging from trees. I made a video about this a while back, but it bears repeating. You know, there that can't be allowed to continue. That can't be allowed to continue. Something needs to be done about that. And the only ones that can do anything about that is us. Now we got to keep, like I said before, no big flashy ass displays, wilding out and all that. But something needs to be done about that, quietly and effectively. And it needs to start happening now. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Because that's the only way that's going to stop. You feel me? Now, I already told people, young people especially, because young people, you know, they all in this, racism isn't a thing, and we living in a colorblind society, and I don't see color bullshit. Uh, don't go nowhere with them people. Don't go anywhere by yourself with those people. I don't care who they are, how young they are, how old they are. You don't go nowhere with them people by yourself. Come on, Jamal. We're all gonna go camping out in the woods. Don't you want to come? We're gonna burn and we're gonna make a bonfire. No, Jamal, don't fucking go. Nope. Nah, I don't want to go. I'm good. Nah, I'm gonna stay here. Nope. Do not go. Don't go nowhere with me because look at the climate that we living in. Ain't no telling what happened to you. And then they'll say you did it to yourself. And you already know. The authorities, they're not even going to try to find out what happened to you. That irks the shit out of me too. We pay all of this money for these police departments all over the country. And when some shit like this happens, they so fucking lazy and sorry and unprofessional and incompetent until they don't even try to find out what really happened to the person hanging from the tree. They just say suicide and write it up as such. When they know goddamn well all the evidence points to otherwise. The motherfucker have a broken arm, a leg broken, ribs caved in, all of that. Oh, he did it to himself. That's the laziest shit ever to me. For y'all's motherfucking budgets to be so big. If y'all gonna if that's all y'all gonna do, then we could cut y'all budget. Y'all don't need 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 3, 4,000 officers. You only need, half of that. If you're not gonna be investigating what really happens to people. But I digress from that point. All that lynching and all of that though, that shit needs to stop. It's time for that to be over with. It really is. You know what I mean? And it's time for some of our Second Amendment people to make it do what the Second Amendment say it need to do. And that's all I'm gonna say about that one. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, they was marching in D.C. with their flags and their Confederate flags like they was doing a show of force. Mm. Okay. Anyway, y'all keep your head on a swivel and keep your shit wired tight. And to recap, don't go nowhere with them people. Don't go nowhere with them people. We didn't have the 4th of July, that ain't us. Juneteenth, that's us. You feel me? And yeah, if that had been a bunch of niggas in DC marching like that, they would have been labeled a terrorist organization. The leader would have been found out, investigated, and thrown in jail. Just like they did Grandmaster Jay. Anyway, y'all have a good rest of y'all's so-called holiday weekend, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm ready to do this stuff again. TC, and I'm out. Peace.